Have you ever felt like you're pulling on a single thread, only to watch an entire tapestry unravel? That's what we're doing today! We re-dive into a story that starts with one man's discovery but quickly spirals into a web of alleged corruption, secrecy, and covert influence that stretches across faith, the military, and even the media you consume. We're connecting dots that many refuse to see, data points, mysterious circumstances, and a trail of evidence that just doesn't add up. It all started with a tragedy known as the Charlie case. Inside Charlie's SUV, investigators found strange fragments. Shards that looked like tempered glass, the kind you'd see from a shattered phone. But right away, questions started popping up about what really happened that day. The official story pointed to a man named Tyler Robinson, but the evidence against him just isn't overwhelming. Think about it. There are no timestamps on the alleged messages he sent, no verified confession, and even the medical details don't fully align. The surgeon who operated on Charlie never confirmed the type of bullet or the firearm used. These are crucial details that should be crystal clear in any investigation. Then, things get even stranger. An eyewitness at a local gun range reported seeing a shooter carrying a .223 rifle dressed head to toe in tactical gear. This person, a potentially key witness, was never contacted by lawyers or investigators. And to top it off, the video that supposedly showed Tyler turning himself in, it's vanished! Gone! It's like pieces of a puzzle are being intentionally removed. This case is just the beginning. The anomalies start to pile up, pointing towards something much larger. At the scene of the incident, bomb dogs were brought in, but they somehow missed the weapon. Federal agents then reportedly directed local residents to its location without any scent trail to follow. How did they know where it was? And why was key surveillance footage from the area removed? Even the surgeon, the man who fought to save Charlie's life, was blocked from returning to his own operating room after the procedure. The hospital's surveillance footage from that day is gone, and the vehicle used to transport Charlie was never impounded for evidence. Every one of these actions breaks standard procedure. It's not just one mistake. It's a pattern of irregularities that demands an explanation. This pattern of strange behavior isn't just limited to crime scenes. It extends into our communities, into our places of worship. We've talked before about how faith-based organizations can be infiltrated. It's unsettling to see individuals with dark pasts, like former traffickers and predators, suddenly rebrand themselves as spiritual leaders. We also see so-called Christian influencers who feel more like trained operatives than genuine believers. And I've noticed a recurring theme in certain conservative media circles: deep, unmistakable ties to military intelligence. These aren't just coincidences. They are data points in a much larger picture. One name keeps surfacing in this investigation: Fort Huachuca. It's a U.S. Army installation in Arizona, renowned for its military intelligence training. But locals describe it as something more, a hub for recruiting civilians into the world of intelligence. They say that operations planned within its walls extend far beyond traditional military targets, reaching into our social and religious spheres. It's a place where the lines between military and civilian life seem to blur. An email sent to our team paints a chilling picture of life near the fort. It describes a gym, founded by a group of newly baptized Christians, that was allegedly infiltrated and nearly destroyed. The source claims this was part of a field training operation originating from the base. One instructor, a man named Bruce Bavans, is accused of teaching classes on how to infiltrate Christian communities using psychological operations or the core of his method: deception as a training tool. Imagine your church, your community group, being used as a training ground for intelligence operatives without your knowledge. And that brings us to Mitch. His story ties all of this together. Over 3 decades ago, Mitch was assigned to a border mission. While on duty, he uncovered something extraordinary: a massive, sophisticated drug tunnel stretching between the United States and Mexico. It was soon confirmed as the largest cartel tunnel ever discovered. A massive engineering feat. But here's the bombshell. It was allegedly built and maintained through a joint effort involving both U.S. and Mexican military officials. After that discovery, Mitch's life unraveled. He was silenced with a 35-year gag order. He says he was targeted by cartels, and his finances were systematically ruined. His windows were smashed. Every time he tried to get answers, government doors were slammed in his face. He was left isolated and powerless. But Mitch waited. For 35 years, he waited. And when that gag order finally expired, he decided it was time to go back. It was time to seek the truth he knew was buried deep within Fort Huachuca's records. On the evening of September 8th, Mitch arrived at the Candlewood Inn and Suites, a small hotel right on the base. As he checked in, he noticed two figures in the lobby. One was a man with a commanding, military-like demeanor. The other was a woman with striking blue eyes who seemed to be trying very hard to blend in, to not be noticed. Shortly after, they left in a government-issued truck. We have the metadata from photos Mitch took that morning, confirming his presence on the base. He was there, and he was being watched. As we connect more of these dots from the Charlie case, to the federal anomalies, to the infiltration of faith groups, to Mitch's discovery at the board of the picture becomes darker, but it also becomes clearer. There are too many unanswered questions, and too many patterns pointing in one direction. A direction of infiltration, secrecy, and control. Mitch's story forces us all to confront an unsettling possibility. How much of what we see is real, and how much is orchestrated? How far will some people go to keep the truth buried forever? The more you look, the more you have to wonder. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow for more.